Ale, fuego, fuego. Granada, Granada mía, barco de la morería. Ya están aquí, los gitanicos del Arbecí. Ya están aquí, los calocillos del Arbecí.
¡Burro!
Ya están aquí, los gitanicos del
I always feel slightly oppressed by beautiful vistas. You know what I mean?
Granada mía. Ya, ale.
I took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la.
The storybook kingdom of Granada. One of the oldest, most complex, magically surreal places in Spain, and one of the most beautiful. Granada is tucked against the Sierra Nevada mountains of Andalusia in southern Spain. It's not like Barcelona. It's not like San Sebastian. It ain't Madrid. Any reasonable sentient person who looks at Spain, comes to Spain, eats in Spain, drinks in Spain, they're going to fall in love. Otherwise, there's something deeply wrong with you. Spain's the sort of place that never really made any sense anyway, and in the very best possible way. This is the country that gave us the Spanish Inquisition, also anarchy. This is where devout Catholicism mixes with surrealism, modernist cuisine with traditional tapas. Christianity and Islam traded places, shared space, and the effects and influences of all those things are right here to see.
You can almost look back through time and through the mists of history, see the Phoenicians marching up across the Vega. Or are those feral hippies?
An influx of international hippies, many of whom appear to have set up squats in the caves up the mountain, have made things interesting.
If they ask what we're doing, we should say we're staging the moon landing.
Wherever you are on the ideological spectrum, however, some things are constant, it seems. Some stereotypical expectations. It's true, there are free tapas everywhere. Yes, they do actually take siestas, which is a civilized damn thing to do, far as I can see. Flamenco? Yes, they do that also. But in Granada, they do it old school. And oh yeah, bullfighting. They do that here too. But I digress. I'm here, actually, to answer a question. What happens if you go over to the other side? Say you grew up in the States and, like a lot of us, wondered, fantasized about what it would be like living abroad in old Europe, surrounded by crusader castles, delicious food, another language, another culture. What would that alternate life, that road not taken, be like? My longtime friend and cameraman from Maine, Zach Zamboni, is finding out.
So where we going?
Right here, one of these tables, which maybe we want to do like this with. See, how often do you get to go out with somebody that can properly block the table?
It's a misery, it's what it is.
Oh boy. Gracias.
Yes, of course.
Snails in an almond sauce, about as traditional and as delicious as it gets.
That's a plate full of perfect happiness.
Good tapa, huh?
That's right, tapas come from here. And this is still one of the few places in Spain where they're free. All you have to do is keep drinking.
You can sit here all day. Just ordering a couple of drinks and...
Right. No rush. I plan on spending some time here.
Red wine ordered, tripes to follow. Tender, spicy, delicious tripe.
Sun, plaza, guts. Pretty good.
Hello.
Hello.
Give me a piece, no?
Not too long ago, before Zach basically defected to Spain, he met Fuen. And next thing you know, he's living here, part of an extended Andalusian family. Eating the ham, drinking the wine, living the life of the Spanish dandy. In freaking Granada, no less.
Classically, culturally speaking, do you want a sensitive, nice, caring, thoughtful guy?
Well, it depends of the woman first. But usually we look for this kind of person that we know he will protect us.
From what? Feral hippies?
For example, you know, or
I would love to do the vows at your wedding. Do you, Zach Zamboni, swear to protect Gwen Sanchez from any attacks by feral cave-dwelling hippies who might attempt to sell her jewelry or other things of little value?
it's actually pretty cool.
I figured now that Zach is marrying into a Spanish family, I can piggyback along for a bit. Suck up a little of the magic. Live a little bit of what has often been my dream, too.
But if we can get weird for a second here, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Some places, do they have an energy, man, about them?
What are you saying, man?
I don't want to get into metaphysics or, some places we go.
You're gonna be living up in a cave. You keep talking like this. More wine.
To see Spain, to see it straight, to understand it at all, you should probably peek, if only through spread fingers, at that most Spanish of traditions, bullfighting. Meet Alfandi, one of Spain's most dashing and respected bullfighters. He's invited me to La Marquesa's ranch, a private bull ring where he likes to practice.
So what they're gonna do now is they're gonna check how brave.
And if the calf's not brave, stew.
Exactly.
Along with me for the day, Fuen's brother, Alejandro, who, like many Spaniards, consider bullfighting an art. Today, a little practice first. And don't worry, this guy is too young to fight.
So this is the red cave, this is the most important cave, where they make all the art, all the poetry. Exactly. All that.
Why the cape, not the man?
Because it's moving.
So that's important.
That's important.
You don't want to be moving.
You don't want to be moving at all. It seems they get more attractive.
This guy clearly has spirit. Right away, he tries to take a poke at Zach's femoral artery. Promising.
Venga, now's your time.
I don't think so.
Sure. Now's your time. You and him. He's gonna teach you.
Yeah?
Sure. Okay.
No one likes to look like a pussy on TV. So when Alfandi jokingly suggests I join him in the ring to wave a pink cape at an aggressive young bull who just moments ago charged my cameraman, I said what any idiot would say. See? It all starts well enough. Hey, this is fun. This is easy.
Ooh.
Until I get a horn hooked right up next to my nutsack. Then it's not so fun.
Thanks, guys. Oh, man.
This youngster shall live, perhaps to gore future TV hosts with his mighty horns. Now this is what a real bull looks like. This is a whole different thing. 500 freaking kilos of aggressive charging four-legged killdozer aiming at your meat and two veg.
That's a lot of muscle.
That's a lot of muscle. That's a big bull.
And no matter how big, how strong, how scary, for this intrepid reporter who's seen many animals die for his dinner, this part is never easy.
So as you see, he puts the cape lower, so the bull brings the face forward, showing the neck. That's it. Go one. That was really good. And yeah, that's it.
Hey, it's time for stew. Bull stew. Our friend went to a better place after all. Like a big pot where he simmered slowly for hours with local herbs, onions, and potatoes. Nothing like a roaring fire and a spread of Iberico ham, homemade chorizo, Spanish cheeses, bread, and good olive oil to take the sting out of a near genital mutilation.
Nice.
Looks good, eh?
No es mal sitio para venir, ¿eh?
It's not a bad place to come, right?
No. Now, he started at age 19.
Desde pequeño me ha encantado y siempre he jugado al toro, ¿no? Pero la primera vez que toré en público con toros pequeños fue con 14 años.
If you were a little boy growing up,
Yeah.
you aspired to be
Exactly.
a bullfighter.
The matadors were the original rock stars, the very ideal of masculinity, male beauty, and grace. That runs deep. Like it or not, you should probably know this before dating a Spanish guy. Me, I'd happily see an end to it tomorrow, but there is no denying the terrible beauty of a very complex tradition.
It's not about winning. It's not about killing the bull. And nor is it about being just skillful. No, you have to look good doing it too.
Yeah.
Are there any like really ugly ass bullfighters? Like a really out of shape? A matador with a muffin top. How do you call a muffin top?
¿Hay algún matador con barriga?
Sí, no todos son... Un torero.
There's a little bit, yeah. There's a bit of everything.
Interesting. Well, it was an education today and a great meal. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Holy Week, or Semana Santa as it's called, observed all over southern Spain with a seriousness and a fervor you might not see elsewhere. For the 7 days leading up to Easter, nearly every city in Andalusia gets taken over by ancient processions. To an outsider, it's an impenetrable montage of confusing yet deeply evocative images. Figures in dark hoods loom up from every direction. Smoke pots of incense, candles, religious imagery, and the crowds. Flashes of Goya and Velázquez's dimly remembered impressions of the Inquisition. Okay, watch this. These guys got to get their painstakingly crafted, massively sized, and incredibly heavy and cumbersome float through the door, down the steps, and out into the street.
But the women who escort the Virgin, they wear candles to light the whole way to the cathedral.
Pedro is another of Fuen's brothers, the youngest, and when not working for an IT company in Ireland, he does this. He carries crushingly heavy religious floats. They're called castelleros, and they devote months of training to this.
Man, that thing's huge.
Yeah, they're moving, it's huge. And this is very heavy throne.
The Virgin float, about 3,500 pounds total, and precise dimensions that have to make it through the door just so. The bearers have to kneel, crawl along with it on their backs to get it through the door. And the main event. Ready, set, up.
No
trying the whole time to do it. The music.
Let's face it, I like a procession and all, but who likes a bunch of guys in hoods coming in your general direction? I don't. Frankly, it creeps me out. Time for a drink, perhaps. This is Tabernaculum, as best I understand it, an Easter Jesus and Mary themed drinking establishment where between drinks, one can ponder the agony of the Christ, but with sausages.
Is it like this all year or just over?
It's the whole year.
Whole year, it's always like this.
Whole year, yeah.
Wow.
They have incense whole year, Easter music whole year.
Now, is this a week for quiet contemplation and worship, or is this a party week, or both?
Both of them.
Throughout the course of the week, over 40-odd processions will creep slowly through these streets. There are different brotherhoods, each with their own sacred colors, crests, insignia, and so on. It's their medallions and particular Christ images that adorn the bar. And frankly, they're kind of bumming me out. Maybe it's just me, but when I'm getting a nice late morning buzz, I don't particularly want Jesus looking down at me from like everywhere.
How drunk can you get here? Don't you feel like a little guilty, like getting really drunk here?
Yeah, of course.
Whoa, morcilla.
Morcilla.
This is one of my favorite things.
This is your favorite
Ever.
thing?
Yes.
Try it. It's amazing.
Gaze away disapprovingly all you like, Jeebus. I am happy now. Overlooking Granada, the hillside of Sacromonte is riddled with caves, many of them older than anyone even remembers. Spanish gypsies, or gitanos, have lived here in caves turned homes like this for hundreds of years. They call this a juerga, an informal, intimate, and spontaneous performance, what jazz musicians might recognize as a jam session.
This is it, Granada. The only place in the world where you get to see real flamenco in a cave.
Alicia, like just about everyone in Granada, is an aficionado.
Dale, esa guitarra buena granadina.
Our host, Curo, is a poet, historian, and a patriarch of the Gitano community here, an icon of the flamenco world.
Gitano, you see traveler Roma people, are more embraced by the culture here than most other places in Europe.
Well, we have our own gypsies. Those are ours. Yeah, well, I can tell you 3 things that we do here. We do flamenco, we do tapas, and we do siesta. Which
You do them well.
yeah, we know how to live, don't we?
Yeah.
Ay, ay, adiós Granada, Granada mía, y ya no volveré a verte, ay más en la vía, y me da pena. Ay, vivir lejos de tu vera, del sitio donde reposa los restos de mi morena. En el aire conmovido mueve la luna los brazos y enseña lúbrica y pura sus senos de duro estaño. Dentro de la fragua lloran, dando gritos los gitanos. El aire, la vela vela. El aire la está velando. Y como quiere, gitana que te quiera. ¡Ay! ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Tata! ¡Ay, tata! ¡Ay, tata! Y empuja al columpio, y empuja al columpio, y empuja al columpio más. Empuja al columpio, y empuja al columpio, y empuja al columpio más. Vamos a tomar una copita que hay 100 años para vivir, para dormir, para follar, para todo. Temperamento puro, son la sangre que nos hierve a los gitanos, ¿has visto cómo es? Tiene 16 años, mejor que nada.
¿Vas a sacar carne ahora?
Hacemos una música que es de nuestra raíz. No se hacía preparado para echarlo a los espectáculos. Era una música que se cantaba dentro. Tanto en la pena como en el llanto, como en la alegría, nosotros cantamos.
They dig deep for their material here. It means something. They're telling you something about themselves.
What is the word? Duende.
Duende.
What is duende? I've heard it. What?
Duende, el artista, llega a lo sublime.
Is it an emotional state or a technical?
No, tiene que ser pasión. Se queda en éxtasis. Entonces pasa mucho cuando estás enamorado. Y es enamorado, pero no eres correspondido.
Is unhappiness necessary for great art?
Es necesaria para hacer un trabajo magnífico.
Ooh, they didn't even have to think about that.
Tienes que sufrir en ese momento. Luego también sale muy bien cuando estás agustico.
And then you perform very well after a couple of this.
Right. I may not have duende, but I have Valentine's.
Viene el duende cachondo. Es un duende más cachondo.
Cachondo. I know that expression. Wait a minute.
Ew.
All right.
Nighttime in Granada. And it's time to pursue that greatest of Spanish traditions, tapas. You may think you know what a tapa is. Like if you've had small bites at some fusion hipster bar where they do a whole lot of little plates. Yeah, that ain't a tapa.
So how often do you do this a week?
I do it 5 days a week.
Dude.
It's rare not to do this. But, you know, it's like on a weekend you come out for a bunch. Weekday you come out for one.
This is La Tana, a little place run by sommelier Jesus and Luisa, brother and sister. One bartender, one cook, taking care of everything.
Tapa is for free. That's the main issue of the tapa.
So you're just paying for the wine.
Exactly.
So if I were like a degenerate wino, I could still eat well. As long as I can afford my wine, I'd eat.
Cheers.
Let us put this theory into practice. With our first round of drinks comes this.
Salmorejo is tomato with bread, garlic, olive oil, and blended.
Yeah, I could pretty much eat that all day long.
That's right, tapas are free. It shouldn't work, but somehow it does. Another drink, another tapa.
Tomatoes, olive oil, bread.
Yeah. Awesome. And this tortilla for me is just amazing.
So all I gotta do is keep drinking and I'm gonna eat like I
And they'll keep feeding you, yeah. Although, maybe you'd be interested in caviar here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not included with my,
Well, that's another point of the tapas. Usually you have a few tapas and then, you know,
You start to
ask
get
for a-
hungry.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you ask for a portion.
They're just hooking you in with it.
so it's all a scam, man.
It is a scam.
A couple of little nibbles, next thing you know, you're ordering 200 grams of caviar.
Caviar ain't free, my friend. Delicious, entirely sustainable Spanish caviar from farmed river sturgeon.
It's fun that you can come into a place like this, get
Bread and tomato,
yeah, or
some high-test caviar.
ho ho ho.
You guys are gonna eat the whole thing in one swoop. I'm gonna.
Sorry, is there something wrong with that? Not even married yet, it's nag, nag, nag. Next place, let's do it.
Ah, tapas. What a novel concept. There's even a verb for it, tapayar, meaning to take tapas. As in, if we go to tapayar some more, we're going to have to elbow past this crowd of Catholics here.
Is it extra insane because it's Santa Semana? Yes, but it's always busy here, man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the bar we were going is just on the other side.
Maybe we go around.
With parades crisscrossing the city in every direction, the steady drumbeat warns that your route is about to be cut off entirely for the next 40 minutes.
We can cross. We can cross.
Zach, we have to go around.
Where? Going around, going around, going around.
But we need to walk fast.
Perdón, 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 gracias. Perdón, señora.
Es que no se puede que estar paso ya aquí.
Sí, pero no hay mucha gente, dos gente atrás, es solamente aquí. Perdona. Perdón, gracias.
People take their processions very seriously here and aren't exactly accommodating to anyone who threatens to block the view.
That was amazing. Right? Really cool. See, tell me there's not some duende in that music. Come on.
It is some duende in that music.
There is some duende.
Finally, bar number 2. Oliver. This place is always packed. Beer, please. And with it comes a delightful tapa of mussels steamed in butter and olive oil.
Well, that's awesome. Look at that. That's a great tapa. Come on. This is what's different.
Right.
People come in here and they will eat like this, perfectly happy, perfectly content to forgo the table, come out here and stand around and eat like this.
Exactly.
Gwen's glass of wine comes with fried eggplant and honey, which sounds to me like it's Moorish in origin. More wine accompanied by these delicious little clams.
Oh, yeah.
In the main event,
Oh.
Now we are talking, yes.
these langoustines, however, are not tapas and consequently not free, but worth it at any price.
That's so totally awesome. Oh, we did good work here.
Anything else, Tony? Should we go on?
No, let's move on.
All right.
Let's move on.
As this death march of tapas continues, things start to get a little weird.
This is the story of my life. He doesn't do this at home, does he?
No, thank God. So now I understand what you feel. Well,
Yes.
Every
Good.
day.
Finally. A little empathy. I do like the increasingly meta aspect of this show. I should really be live streaming. Now it can really be interesting.
Finally, Bar Gallardo, just making it before closing. Now let's be honest, we've had a lot to eat and drink at this point. Some restraint needs to be shown.
Little fried fishies? You don't want
Dude, if you want
Pretty
to eat little
face?
fried fish.
little ones.
Little ones.
Then we're done.
And cheese.
But instead, 3 more beers, 3 more tapas. Cheese, bocarones, little fried smelts, and chuletitas, baby lamb chops.
these are super good.
These are super good. See, I'm uncomfortable. The idea of something for nothing.
Right. It's not something for nothing. It's
It's
all.
$3 for a glass of wine. It's something for nothing.
Yeah, but if somebody can get the math right in the U.S., this will take off.
No, never.
Really?
We will never have tapas culture in America. Ever.
Really? No.
Ever. You're looking to change the entire day from the minute you get up in the morning in America, nap in the afternoon. Are you out of your mind?
I want to be able to go down, walk to my bar. I want to have a little beer.
Yeah, I want a golden unicorn that shits money. Both of those scenarios are equally likely.
Every storybook kingdom needs a castle. Granada, it's got a good one. The Alhambra, one of the most enchanted, inscrutable, maddeningly beautiful structures ever created by man. Built on top of 9th century fortifications by the Nasrid dynasty and added to as history unfolded through wars and tragedy and invasion and conquest.
On the outside, it's very bare. All you see is these tiny windows.
Right.
And it's projecting impenetrability. But then you come in here,
Zach has gone, well, let's call it what it is, a bit mad about the place. The details, and there are a lot of them, can obsess a man. Plus, he's a cinematographer, so you can understand, once you start to really look around, how that might get a grip on a guy whose profession is the intricate play between light and darkness.
My theory is that they're trying to weave nature, calligraphy, symbols. These are all inscriptions within here. Inscriptions turned into graphics.
Right, because in Islamic art, you're not to depict works of God.
Yes, but what you can depict, and this is what this entire place is geometric systems.
Yes.
When the Nasrid dynasty lived here, it was a harmonious space where light, shade, water, the transit of the moon and the stars were harnessed and glorified.
I think the best assumption is nothing is random. They came here and laid out everything according to
A plan, man.
This was a place for reflection. Each element of design presumably intended to have effects both psychological and religious.
It's really a cinematographer's paradise because everything is about light and mad. Obviously, they weren't cinematographers, but everything is framing for them.
How long did it take them to build this?
Hundreds of years.
That's why it takes so long for you to get the shot. Oh, snap.
In the builders' time, engineers, astronomers, mathematicians were like priests, magicians, possessors of divine knowledge of how the universe worked.
Did they want to contemplate nature, or did they want to conquer it or control it?
I mean, they were certainly trying to emulate it. You know, all their mathematics were really trying to find out how nature worked, particularly square roots and the repetition of pattern.
They saw mathematical patterns in the sky and on Earth, the way water moved and rippled, the way things grew, a simple pine cone, a fern, a pomegranate. And they thought about the basic truths these things might represent.
These symmetries can all be shuffled, spun on any point, and they align again with themselves. So if you stretched them out, for them they pointed to infinity.
We will understand all things.
Through contemplating sacred geometry.
How did nature unfold, pattern itself? Could the basic designs of nature, even if divine, be replicated in this magnificent structure?
Trying to solve the riddle of God here.
Exactly.
Hour's drive from Granada, the Mediterranean. Unlike much of Spain's coastline ruined by real estate speculators and overdevelopment, the coast around here in Almeria is largely unspoiled. I'm on my way to a moraga, a tradition in these parts, best described as the local version of a beach barbecue. Working the grill, Chef Juan Andres Moria. He heads the highly regarded El Claustro back in Granada. We're joined by fellow chef Rafael Luque and some friends.
Hefe, you are killing us with some good-looking food here.
Yep.
Some of that simple yet magical salmorejo on toast.
Oh, it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, amazing.
Dried tuna, flavor-packed like tuna prosciutto.
We normally put some olive oil.
Oh, 100% extra virgin from Granada.
Yeah, it's quite spicy and bitter.
Oh, that's good. Oh, so good. Spain is a beautiful country. We're not even eating yet. It's good. Ooh, it's like a...
Pate?
Pate?
De morcilla.
Oh, sweet. Wow, mas. That is like the best thing in the world.
You want to eat the whole thing?
This? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate. This is the chocolate of the gods.
Some grilled octopus and sea bream. Oh, and some nice pork tenderloin. And my personal favorite, a particularly delicious morcilla, fresh blood sausage.
Yes. I feel some duende coming on. I could just squeeze that like this. I'm telling you. Sexual metaphor coming. Beautiful. Just feeling him is. Yeah. Looking good. Wow, look at that. A lot of fat.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Those were happy pigs. Lazy pigs.
The ones we like. The ones we raise here in Spain.
Yeah, the pigs and the bulls are very happy here until they're not.
The moment of truth.
Okay, enough of the work. Let's eat. Nice.
Mucha grasa.
Wow.
Es grasa, carne muy vetado. Mucha beta.
Está bueno, ¿eh?
Awesome. Great meal, dude. Great meal. This is the dream of
Everybody.
all the world.
Yeah.
The dream is to live in Granada. You know, work in the morning, have a 1 hour nap in the afternoon. At night, go out and have that life. You know, go out and see your friends and eat tapa and drink red wine and be in a beautiful place. You know, to have this kind of music and this food and this kind of culture and to look out the window and to see Spain.
Probably one thing.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
Family is very, very, very important.
Right. See, he did it right. He's marrying into a Spanish family in Granada.
Right.
Cheating, man.
Yeah,
Very
he's
smart.
very lucky.
I know.
And a smart guy.
Right. Look, no one's going to dare dream of this because this is too much to dream for. This is extraordinary. But an ordinary life in Spain looks pretty good to me.
The new swinging Zamboni lifestyle. Rise early, like 9 a.m., then it's down to the corner coffee shop for a cafe con leche on Basel. Maybe a small breakfast like toast with tomato, pan y tomate. No more than that. Light, simple, because there will be a lot more eating and drinking today, and you want to be ready. By 2 p.m., he's made his way back uphill to Mom's place.
Every day I come here for lunch.
Este es nuestro momento cerveza.
And I walk in and she says, get us 2 beers. So I'll get 2 beers from the fridge and watch her cook.
No, es genial. Espera. Salud.
Everybody's home for Easter. Maria Jose, Zach's soon-to-be mother-in-law, and Eloy, that's Dad, plus Alejandro and Pedro, the soon-to-be brothers-in-law, who you've already met. What this nice family doesn't realize is they aren't just gaining a son, but also an annoying, half-drunk, and extremely hungry Uncle Tony.
And I know what happens here.
Yeah, so let's, okay.
Jamón. Sitting there, ready to be carved.
En España hay un refrán que dice que las buenas inyecciones son chorizo y jamón.
But you know that Zach had to prove us that he was able to cut the ham before he proposed to my sister.
I think that's a completely reasonable policy.
Eventually, the appropriate hour for lunch approaches.
So, not to embarrass you publicly, but the Maine is not exactly the Mediterranean of America. Let's put it that way. How is he adapting to the Spanish lifestyle? I mean, let's face it, he's a Maine
He's more
boy.
Spanish than me.
Really?
Yeah. At the beginning, the first week, he was like, oh, I don't understand how you guys can take siesta. Week after, I need a siesta.
It's interesting to see how you made the transition. Cheers.
Cheers.
Esto es un remojón granaíno. Se toma en Semana Santa, sobre todo en Granada.
First up, this. Bacalao salad. Salt cod, egg, black olives, oranges, tomatoes, dressed in olive oil. Remember, this is Holy Week. Maria Jose is preparing recipes that go back through the family so far that nobody knows exactly where they even came from. Migas, another iconic dish of Andalusia, informally referred to as the shepherd's lunch as the story goes, born as a way to use old hard bread and combine all the week's leftovers. I'm told that every household in Spain has a variation. What changes is what you put on it. Today, it's sardines, cod, chorizo, melon, and peppers.
Oh man, that's a lot of good stuff in one bowl.
Yeah.
So how often do you eat this well?
Every lunch is like this.
Every lunch
every
in your
day
life.
that I'm here. But lunch is
Big.
big lunch. Siesta, seguro.
Sí, luego siesta.
But you can't, I used to try to resist siesta and you can't do it here. Society will not accept you not taking a siesta. But that's the flow of life here.
That sort of begs the question then. While I'm busy hating you for your life, how often are you getting drunk a day?
Twice. 1.5.
I don't get drunk any
¿Cuántas
day.
veces estoy borracho?
No.
No, es normal.
Él no se emborracha ahí solo.
That is so Spanish, by the way. To be like, everybody would have a very distinct opinion and it'd be completely different. It's like,
Es típico.
this is a fact.
And
someone would go and say, well,
Yeah,
whatever.
we actually. It was American. It is American.
When my time comes, I pretty much want to die at a table like this.
No explica esto.
Good work, Zamboni. Good work.
So Zach, you happy with the show?
Hope I don't suck on television.
Dude, I think I'm sitting a pretty low bar. I'm gonna tell you this relaxed lifestyle, lounging around, eating and drinking, and no nap is long enough for me. Nah, life is good. I envy you, Zach Zamboni. And we're out. Nice end.
It's your first time to Denmark?
I gotta be honest, I usually try to avoid clean, orderly countries without massive social problems. I'm here for you, man. If you're not the poster boy for the entire country, you should be.
We go, no?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
You are saddled with the weight of best restaurant in the world.
I know, this looks totally bogus. It's fantastic.
You need to work 20 hours a day in order to achieve this.
Come on, guys, they're waiting now.
Let's go.
It's so much less about it's about bang. And it's dun, elements, thoughts, elements. What places have you been that you can compare to Noma?
No place. It's a whole different world.
Beautiful!
I took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la-la.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a place. A very special place. A clean, orderly, and nice place. Usually, I hate clean, orderly, and nice. The air smells fresh and physically fit. Statuesque blondes pedal through streets lined by old buildings and canals. I read something very disturbing on my way here. Apparently, Denmark is like the happiest place on earth. They actually keep stats on this.
Yeah.
Apparently, Denmark is far and away #1.
Yeah.
The happiest, most content place on earth.
Well, the colleges are the same for everybody.
Free?
Free?
But that's
And
un-American, man. That's socialism, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, here, that's not a bad word.
Okay, they pay like 60% of their earnings in taxes. But then they do get things like free health care, 52 weeks maternity leave on full pay.
When I had my kids, 2 rooms down. That's where the future king had his kids.
There's no like Beyonce suite.
No, we're all there, and we're all the same. And that makes people more happy.
That looks like a nightmare to me.
By the way, it would be helpful to point out this show is not about Denmark. It's not about Copenhagen. I'm here for one man.
Food this way.
All right.
And one restaurant.
And then we can start.
Yes, chef. Two scalpel up?
Yes, chef.
3 inches scalpel going up?
Yeah. Yes, chef. Go, 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 go.
Noma is the place where Rene Redzepi pretty much changed the whole world of gastronomy.
Let's go.
2 baskets, please.
Yes.
For 3 years in a row, it was named the world's best restaurant by a jury of chefs and food writers who presumably know such things.
Come on with those 2. They're sitting waiting. Come on.
Coming through.
Wow.
Nordic coconuts. Also at the same time, there's a little bouquet of flowers.
Danish coconut. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And so, the question, how does this nice, down-to-earth guy rise to the top of the food world, all while presenting things that no one could possibly think would taste that good?
Let's have a bite of flowers.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're delicious.
I'm not sure, but that's what I'm here to find out.
Have they had the moss? Let's give them the moss.
Yes, chef.
We know that Noma has been said to be the world's best.
This is a dish that is 20 man-hours of work a day.
And what we've heard outside of Denmark is that Rene sources his ingredients exclusively from the Nordic region, mostly from within 60 miles of the restaurant.
Get a better one than this.
Give me better vessel quickly, come on. Yes, chef.
Think about that. Denmark is not exactly the Mediterranean. Summers are short.
Service. Yeah.
What Rene and crew started, what they're famous for, is foraging for ingredients.
Reindeer moss with last year's harvest of sep mushrooms.
And color me dubious.
Did you ever eat moss before?
No. That is incredible.
Wow.
There's no way that this is going to look convincingly delicious on TV, but it is really delicious.
Alessandro Porcelli is Italian, living in Denmark. He worked at Noma before starting Cook It Raw, the roaming Boy Scout camp for the world's best chefs.
I met Rene in 2004. Basically, the restaurant was just open.
4 on 6. Yeah.
10 years after Noma's inception, Rene is arguably the most famous Dane since Hamlet. And so, it's happily ever after, right? Not quite.
It's funny that all this happened actually in Copenhagen. You have all these rules about the Jante law, you know, where you have these guidelines where you never brag about yourselves. It's all understated.
The law of Jante, which discourages attention-seeking, is part and parcel of living in Denmark. Danes who think too big are often cut down by their peers.
It's hard to really make an effort. And if you stand out too much, you know, get off your horse.
Okay, so let's say you start a restaurant and you announce right away, well, this restaurant's going to be different than anybody else's restaurant. You see where I'm going here. Are people mean originally, or they talk about you? Do they...
I mean, how much foul language can I use on this show? We very quickly became the big band of the seal.
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 People can be so cruel. Do Danes like this place? No? I mean, they're proud.
They accept that.
It's turned the attention of the whole world.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire 3 sorrel, please.
Yes, chef.
To tell the truth, food nerds, captains of industry, celebrities, you name it, have been flocking here for years.
Chef, 4 sorrel coming up now.
Some waiting months for a reservation in the 45-seat restaurant.
So we have a sorrel leaf. It's marinated in a grasshopper garum. The idea is you want to use it like a spoon and sort of scoop all of this green snow, which is made from nasturtium leaves.
Damn, that's good. The technique, you don't notice it. You notice the flavor. It's, holy, that's delicious. That's really intensely, it's like I've never tasted a green vegetable that good.
So we're in Tivoli. You see, there's like lawns, people sit down, the sun is out, the birds are singing. This is where happiness was invented.
Tivoli Gardens, it is said, is the second oldest amusement park in the world.
Stroll in here, watch the pantomime that's hundreds of years old. I've only been here once with my kids, actually. I work all the time, unfortunately. Well, this is usually the place where young kids take their first date.
How old is this thing?
I don't know, man. This is made for kids. Does it feel a bit wobbly?
Totally, and ancient. I'm a little uncomfortable.
You see, Copenhagen is dangerous too.
Yeah, right? Whoa.
There you go.
Damn, this is not bad.
So there you see, just a little tiny park in the smack center of the city.
It's not huge, is it? It's all just squished right in the middle.
It's like Singapore, all dense together. And
yeah, but no death penalty.
No, only the sort of the public humiliation if you up with something.
Oh, here we go. Firearms, apparently, it's okay here.
I've actually never fired a firearm in my life.
Really?
And I've never driven a car.
You've never driven a car?
I've never driven a car.
Okay, this is good. This will be empowering. This could change your whole life.
Yes.
Every time you fire, you need to reload. It's important.
You don't need to tell him he's American.
All right.
Man. So is this a competition?
Call it what you like.
All right.
Blow it up.
Oh, this is exciting.
I think we definitely have a winner here.
Oh my God. Not a single one? I have to go.
That's what we call a nice grouping.
This is like a public school, shooting range.
After this, we're gonna steal a car. I'll teach you to drive.
Yeah. Come on, guys, they're waiting now.
Let's go. Familiar with this one at all?
No.
So traditionally, it's served around Christmas time. We call them able skewers.
You got a little fish rammed right through. I love it.
Isn't it sweet?
And there's a pickled cucumber in the middle.
Oh, that's great.
Is it just awesome?
Very traditional flavors.
There's all these old school restaurants that have been here for hundreds of years. The herring, the rye bread, the smoked fish, the traditional stuff, There we go. Thank you, my good man. Welcome to the happiest place
on earth.
On earth.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Smoked eel, fjord shrimps,
Pickled herring.
pickled herring. These tiny little shrimps, it's one of the few seasonal offerings that Danes look forward to. Our eating traditions are not that big here. Historically, we've eaten for survival. It was fuel to us.
Lutherans were not exactly the most fun bunch. It was sinful to take too much pleasure in food. If you're sitting at the table going, oh my God, that's so good. Ooh, that's delicious. You're already going down the slippery slope to who knows what other kinds of behaviors.
My father's an immigrant here. I'm not even full Dane.
Your father was Macedonian?
Yeah.
Mother?
From the former Yugoslavia.
And then you left Yugoslavia at what age?
14. People make fun of me when I say I've never driven a car, but I never had a Coca-Cola until I was like 17. It just wasn't in a small little village where there's two cars,
The first food memory I have is also from there, and it was my father. And the day before, we'd been to the mountain picking chestnuts. And I remember so vividly as a little child, I woke up and I saw my father just roasting chestnuts. And then I started hearing all these things popping. 20 minutes later, they were in a bowl, and my aunt, she poured milk that she'd just taken from the cow, and we had that for breakfast. It was so natural that we went to the mountains for chestnuts. You grew your food yourself. These sort of experiences growing up, they really shaped the type of cook I am today. So now you have a generation of young cooks like myself, and they're all over town, looking for the flavor of a region. What is the flavor? What are the ingredients we have, and how do we combine them in a way that tells something of where you are in the world?
Between me and nature, there's not so much love. Nature is where bugs live.
Port Turbic all that? Yeah.
But I'm learning reluctantly, over time, how much I've been missing.
We can present it now?
Rene's proclivity to scrounge around for flavorful stuff that grows wild
Welcome to the beach. What do you think of a good old Danish beach?
pretty much kick-started the restaurant world's now widely emulated practice of foraging.
You see all this grass, but actually these are succulents. We're doing beach cabbage for them, no?
Yeah. Rene, since the beginning, is thinking about how to put it into a plate. What's around you, basically.
Well, you need to be like a 19th century naturalist if you're going to do this.
Yeah,
you're
you
going
need
play
to be a
this.
botanist, a naturalist.
She want this. You taste cilantro?
Yes, the cilantro.
Disguised as grass. Here, here, here. It's everywhere.
Good to go? Service. Service.
So we have some roasted turbot. The roe is on the top there. Beach plants, beach cabbages around the outside.
So I know these ingredients. We were plucking them yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
This should be the future, no? Your mama cooked these dishes. Let's go and forage, guys. Come on, kids.
Oh, there you go. Look. Sea beans. Salty, juicy, crunchy.
I mean, if I were looking at this at home, I would very much be thinking, come on, man, it's grass. It's grass.
Yeah.
It's green stuff that all tastes the same.
Yeah.
It totally doesn't.
It totally doesn't.
Now, is some of this stuff poison?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten something that...
Oh, yeah. On-the-spot diarrhea.
Really?
Oh.
The dark side of foraging.
2 fish heads.
Yes, sir.
Growing your own food, finding your own food.
Yeah.
That was life in Macedonia.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people right now, it is an affectation.
The worst moments, the worst meals are when people are just following a sort of a culinary trend. And they will see, oh, there's an edible, but it tastes like but it's edible and it's foraged, therefore I put it on the menu. You know, it's gonna go on the fish no matter what. 2 pikehead walking, beautiful.
Oh, now.
Pikeheads with the beach herbs that you guys foraged from yesterday.
Ah.
Okay.
And you just pick off every little bit. But I think even at its most ludicrous manifestation, surely it is a positive thing that people are actually starting to look around and see where shit grows.
It still is good because people are being connected to the place they're in. What's edible, what's not? What is there to eat? Oh, here we go. Jackpot. This is a mustard, beach mustard. In 3 weeks, this is gone, new things come out.
This is our bread serving. It's a sourdough bread that's made with a Swedish grain called ulen. And this is a cow's milk butter that has not been churned all the way. It's called virgin butter.
Oh, God.
This is amazing, huh?
Butter like this, where you can pretty much taste what the cow ate. You know, anybody who's milked a cow, this is a flavor of childhood. Fact is, there aren't a lot of people left where I come from, who've milked a cow.
And that's why it's becoming more important to what these guys are doing. It's the relationship also that they have with the farmers, the relationship they have with the soil.
So this is Søren's farm, but we always say our farm. We feel like it's our place.
Søren is Rene's primary supplier of farmed meat and vegetables.
Look at the soil here. You see all the mussel shells?
Yeah.
These are shellfish because this used to be marshland.
Like Rene, he's not your ordinary Dane, and his farm is unlike the others around here.
This used to be monoculture.
Yeah, 15 hectares with carrots.
Just carrots. And now, how many, what are you growing?
Between 120 and 170 different things.
True, there are tractors and rows where potatoes and carrots grow. But much of what's happening here is a mix of wild and cultivated.
This is wild angelica. That's chives, the purple flowers here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wild onions. And you could grow them. Here, let's grow some for next year. There you go. The first time you come up here, you go into this and it's like, a flower garden. And he will say, no, 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 this is the leek field.
They're so nice.
You're touching them like they're jewels.
They are jewels.
Let's grab a bunch of these for lunch, no? Is leeks going?
Yeah.
The pressure in farming is to have a monoculture and to provide year in, year out what you know is going to sell and what the market demands.
Do you mind grabbing a few of these plants? They're gonna grow up, so don't take the root.
It's very, very hard for a small guy to say, you know what, I'm not going to grow carrots anymore. I'm going to grow a whole bunch of different interesting things, and I'm going to grow them as well as I possibly can. Yeah, this is pretty much a first for me.
This is the first time you fall to your knees for a green plant?
Yeah.
How long for leeks?
2 leek up, 2 leek up.
Do you think we'll ever reach the point where guys like Søren will be in a very good place?
I think that if we cut the middleman, get the producers, the farmer, to talk directly with a guy like Rene.
Nobody ever teaches you that the symbiosis you need to have intact is with these people that grow the food. You're never taught that as a cook, which is strange.
No, get a better one. Can we have another leek that looks more similar in size to this one, please?
Okay, let's go.
And I think also respect to your chefs, how they should you know anything about this landscape, I've been here for 30 years and I just know small, tiny part.
Grilled leeks.
So we just scoop it up.
I think we picked these yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man. That is the meatiest, most umami-filled vegetable I've ever had.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll cook this for lunch, spiced with the tartar. Chop that up in the freshly slaughtered meat from one of Søren's cows.
Hi.
Hey, what else?
The asparagus?
Yes, let's do that. I'm hungry, man.
Two asparagus cut up? Yeah.
Asparagus, beautiful.
Let's go.
We have salsa, please?
Yes.
And then just one dollop in there in the middle, okay? Yes.
We roast the asparagus with this pine. That's why we have the branch. Do not eat that branch, however.
Okay.
So underneath is a small pile of tender spruce shoots, grilled green asparagus sauce, and a little bit of fresh cream to finish.
That is incredible.
Wow. The flavor of this, huh?
So this is actually beer made from asparagus.
It's tasty.
Yeah. What's the meat?
Veal.
Veal? What was the name of the cow?
763-00330.
Chef, do you want to do the tartar?
What are you thinking? Just hack up the meat?
Hack up the meat. Ooh, it already looks good. I'm gonna go on the asparagus and on the leeks. Clean them up, grill them. A little sun lotion on these guys. Søren, do you want to do a potato salad?
Yeah.
What should we put on the tartar? Wild onions. Bit of this horseradish. That's the chives, chive flowers.
Okay, a little salt on the leek and a little cheese?
Yes. That's the angelica. Take all these flowers and we mix that in. Some vinegar. Elderflower vinaigrette for the grilled asparagus.
A few eggs from my mother's 3 birds.
Done.
Didn't take us 10 minutes, but we have 4 courses. This is like 3 Michelin stars, chef.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Perfect. Look at that.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Man, that egg. What an egg.
Yeah.
Do you eat like this all the time?
I bring my kids up here. All the staff comes here often. This becomes your reference frame for how fresh an asparagus should be. Just harvest, just cooked, just eaten.
I mean, I think a place like this, in addition to being the best restaurant in the world and whatever else, it offers a real possibility. There is food around that, with a little effort, or a lot of effort, you can make into something really delicious.
That is the hard thing, yeah? Change the way the people think about food. Not just the 35 people that can afford to come and eat here in Noma.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, chef.
It's magnificent, yeah.
Magnificent.
Look, there are always going to be some people out there who hate the very idea of your existence.
Yeah.
From the very minute they even think about you.
Yes.
There's a Danish expression for not wanting to stand out, not wanting to talk about yourself too
that's
much.
called jentelån, the law of jente.
Wow.
So it's yeast?
Yeast product.
It's beautiful.
Here we are, 10 years ago. We're opening. We're saying we're gonna try something else. 2 lobsters on hold.
2 lobster roll called out. Yeah.
Stuff like that in that time was just unheard of. It was beyond stupid. And why do you even try? Why are you fiddling with stupid concepts?
Wild lobster claws and nasturtium petals.
Wow.
Look at this.
This is very complex. I know in the beginning, a lot of Danes were calling him the seal.
Yeah.
And they were laughing at it.
It's a very new thing, you know, food here in Denmark. It's not something that they had like we have in Italy or they have in France.
No, here, it's a different story. You have a huge part of people that are still so much in love in the old world.
4 lobster called out?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I've even been told that I have fascist tendencies in me. There's been op-eds written in Danish papers.
Vinegar, please.
Linking what we do at the restaurant to some of the most horrible moments in recent history.
So this is the tail of the lobster with a little bit of the head juices underneath these nasturtium leaves. Use your hands.
I will. It's luxurious. So how's it changing?
That's what's interesting. In 10 years, it's really gone from, you know, the seal to igniting a new confidence in this city, in this part of the world, that I never grew up with.
A possible forebearer to this new challenging of the status quo could be found right in the heart of the straight-laced Danish capital.
I think Christiania is one of the most awesome places in the world, which is not very Jantelorish to say.
A well-established enclave of hippie anarchist squatters. Sounds about as attractive as being sentenced to life at a fish concert. But there are some interesting features of Christiania.
There's no government to intrude on your personal freedom. You're free to behave in as eccentric or normal a fashion as you wish.
Here, I mean, you can be the freak that you are, and if you want to spend your day talking to a tree, you can do that without being frowned upon.
Rasinga and his friend Joker are in local government, such as it is.
Christiania has been here for some 40 years. It was a military area that was abandoned, and it was then occupied by squatters and hippies. Despite the fact that the different governments didn't really appreciate what was going on here, nobody actually had the will or the strength to put people out.
Who picks up the trash?
We do.
What about the essentials? You know, electric, water?
We buy it from providers, but we do it as a commune, as a collective. We pay only one bill.
But what I like about living here is the fact that my kids get to walk around the streets without worrying about being run over by a car.
There's no hard drugs and no cars running in the streets. I mean, it's like a little village. It's very secure.
Are you a hippie?
He is.
You have 2 eggs smoking now?
Yeah, chef.
So right down there we have Pusher Street, which is probably the most famous part of Christiania.
The green section, right?
Yeah.
We buy weed and hash oil, hashish.
Yeah.
I would never do that as a responsible journalist, but I'm interested in investigating it. Pusher Street, it's a beloved institution here. You are free to see an array of cannabis products.
Theoretically, by the way, marijuana is, like, not legal in Denmark.
But there's a great tolerance for marijuana here, and I think that's because it isn't really harmful. People who smoke too much, maybe they pass out.
Right. Oh, quail egg cooked in hay. Wow, that's like the greatest thing ever. That's a perfect dish.
Perfect dish.
I want more of those.
Yeah.
So here you go.
Thank you. So there's nobody in charge.
I am. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
The only problem is everybody else is too.
Yeah.
It seems utopian.
We have the same problems as anybody, but we try to solve them in a different way.
And one of the ways we try to solve this sort of challenges is by embracing people as much as we can and trying to make space as much as we can.
Do we have 2 peas ready for table 4? Can I go with that now?
Yes.
Extraordinary. I was reading something you wrote that's very un-American in its concept, which is don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah. When we did this dish, to us, it was a very big moment because we burnt it by mistake. And then we thought, okay, it's a mistake, let's see what happens. And we cooked it, and then we had a new paste, a new sort of spice for us.
That's indescribably delicious. All cookbooks, particularly American cookbooks, are written from the point of view that if you only follow this recipe, it will turn out great.
You're safe. This is what we try to talk about every day in the kitchen with the cooks on Saturday night projects.
Apparently, this is when you invite members of your crew to put up a new dish for comment.
After each grueling work week concludes, cooks from every level of the brigade stay late to submit their newest culinary ideas.
Everybody's in on this?
Everybody's in on it.
This could be a very uncomfortable, you're hanging it out.
This forum is about failure, so yes.
All right, let's see what you got.
Luke, go for it.
At no point in my career would I have wanted to subject myself to this kind of mass scrutiny.
No, but watch, it's not bad, huh? It's not bad. It can be bad. I mean...
What do you have for us, chef?
A fermented apple tea. This one I did with razor clam and some chamomile as well.
There's this lamb's tongue, cooked for 10 hours at 70 degrees. Kohlrabi, just fermented with water and 2% salt. And this is sea buckthorn juice with brown butter.
So what we have here, sep ice cream with some barley.
Mushroom ice cream and fermented barley sauce.
Yes.
I think the lamb's tongue is a great ingredient. Personally, I'm not getting what the kohlrabi brought to the party.
The razor clams are a bit sweet, and with this broth, it's quite sweet, so it becomes very one-dimensional.
Why can't you do that for your next project? Dry salt versus brine salt.
She uses elements that I would never use in a dessert, and it tastes good. I like it.
Given a choice between a traditional dessert and this, I would be very, 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 very happy with this. I thought it was delicious, really delicious.
Thank you. Who's next? Whoa!
So here I have a dish of strawberries and cream. I decided to go out my bike and see what I could get. So all the flowers that are here, the lady let me pick them in her garden. So I have strawberries that are pickled in rose vinegar and a creme fraiche at the base that's been infused with burnt roses and rose pollen.
Do we just clap or?
And then that might well end up on the menu?
No. This is not about putting things on the menu. No, I mean, if somebody makes a masterpiece, it's their masterpiece.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Isn't it your historical imperative as the chef to take his good work and innovation and put it on the menu and take credit for it as your own? I mean, that's the way it's been done for centuries.
This is not the point here.
The pursuit of enlightenment and knowledge is its own reward?
To me, yes. Is that it? Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Table 4. It's being cleared. Let's start dressing.
Yeah.
They're waiting.
Yes, chef.
Come on, come on.
Yes. I mean, now I travel a lot and I meet chefs and say, you know, I want to be #1 in the world. And I was in Mexico, now in Yucatan. They don't even know how to make a tortilla. They don't even know what a tortilla is made of. They kind of lose touch with what tradition is.
That looks good, man. Merci, chef. It's good for you to try this. The herring, the rye bread, the smoked fish, the traditional stuff, you know? Because when you grow up as a cook here, you think of this as old-fashioned. You don't see it as an inspiration for your future endeavors as a cook. All right, fellas. The next thing we serve you is flatbread. Very traditional here. And we spice ours with shoots of spruce and oak tree.
This is amazing. Amazing.
Damn, that's good.
Sophistication, but it's something that is so down to earth flavor-wise.
No doubt about it. That's like both really classic and totally new. How you doing? How are you?
Hello, it's Nils. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm learning. Danes may be stiff, but they sure as hell know how to drink. Niels is a Danish Renaissance man. Drinker, sailor, charter tour boat operator, musician.
So you're a neighbor of Rene
Of Noma.
Okay.
Noma. I have known him from the absolute beginning. And when Noma, can we start now?
Yeah, we're going.
We're going.
Well, what did you think of him when you first met him?
I saw an ordinary man. He fight for what he think about.
I mean, he had a vision.
Yeah, a vision. He have a vision and fight for this.
All right, it's very close for 2 bitters.
Yes!
Nice done, chef.
Oh, there we go.
Look at the beautiful girl there.
Cheers.
Here we go.
What was that?
Gammeldansk.
What's in it?
It's Gammeldansk.
I know, but what is that?
I don't know exactly how you make that, but it has been drinking in Denmark for many years.
So we have Gammeldansk.
It's a liquor.
So it's a Danish bitter that has about 30 different herbs or so. So we made an ice cream with dehydrated milk and sorrel.
It was delicious.
Oh, exceptional.
Oh, here we go. Gammeldansk. It is good.
It works.
It is good. It works. It works. Look at this. Where you come from? New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know? What?
It works. He said.
Thomas, can you come and help me dress here? Yeah, don't let them touch each other, okay? Yeah, just there. Perfect.
What would traditional Danish food be for you?
Potatoes.
2 potatoes.
And some kind of meat and sauce.
Did you taste the sauce?
I did taste the sauce.
Yeah?
I tasted it.
Hello, fellas. We fermented barley. And we cook the potatoes in that and serve with sturgeon roe from the lakes of Finland.
Wow, man. Oh.
It has a grappa homemade whiskey.
After it, yes.
I know this flavor well.
One more time. Here we go. What are we doing? What are we doing? Going to? I'm a little bit hungry.
The famous, the Danish national late night dish. John's hot dog?
Yes.
I'll have the deluxe.
Yeah.
This one is an organic sausage.
Organic sausage.
Made with wild garlic and bacon.
So that's good to me.
He make his own mustard. Wow.
Onions are pickled.
Whoa.
Here we go.
That's a classic one.
All my happiest moments seem to revolve around meat in tube form. That's superb. That's really good.
Don't film me when I eat that.
Now, we'll only the moments when we look good. These onions are awesome.
I think that's the way. We have to make something new.
But respect the classics.
This is what we should transmit to the young guys, you know? The passion to present something on a plate that is delicious, but also make sense of your own environment, but it's authentic, it's yours. If you don't have a clear understanding about what tradition is, how can you innovate?
Come to Copenhagen, Noma for lunch, John's for dinner.
And
Somewhere in the middle, yeah.
gammeldags and beer.
Right.
Welcome to the Nordic Food Lab.
Just across from Noma, located in a converted houseboat, an entity separate from the restaurant. A place Rene set up to further ideas and experimentation.
Ben is one of the guys in charge here.
Nutmeg's a bit hallucinogenic, so I decided to make something ammonia-rich with lots of nutmeg, leave it for a while, and then we'll see what happens.
So it's hallucinogenic fish sauce, potentially?
In theory. Some of the things that we're doing, really, I mean, they are just pure experimentation for experimentation's sake.
And it's pretty damn delicious.
I like that.
It's another food item on your shelf. And me as a cook, that's what I want. These are 2 years old cherries with the cherry pits and wild roses. 5 years old wild roses now, very deep, intense.
This is amazing, amazing.
But they're not just thinking about what tastes good now, they're talking about, will this taste good in 2 years if we ferment it or age it or dry it?
We like to ferment it. We add bacteria to it so that it needs 3 years of time and then it becomes utter delicious.
The diversity available to us through looking at fermentations and looking at different bacteria, looking at different molds, yeasts, all sorts, is absolutely enormous.
There is stuff rotting in jars and vats to these experiments in fermentation and flavor. You're all doing some sinister down there, I know.
So this is a ferment of Canopodium, a wild type of spinach which grows around here and no one uses them. Maybe even reminiscent of foie gras.
Serious foie.
Serious foie. And this is from a weed that grows everywhere. If you do it with gooseberries, lacto-ferment gooseberries, you get golden drops of perfection. Can we have 2 berries on 4?
Yeah.
All right, fellas, the next thing we serve you is the dried-in juices from last year's harvest of blackcurrant, and then we wrap it in wild roses that we've had in vinegar for 2 years now.
Oh, lovely. Acidity, creamy.
It's like super powered.
What?
I need to ask about this.
You need to ask about this. Well, this is pretty interesting. This is born out of a desire to study mummification. Everyone used to eat mummies, apparently. They were considered a panacea. So this has been cured with resins, alcohol, spices, with honey, with propolis, all kinds of things that would have been used in a mummification embalming process.
Let's taste it.
Let's taste it.
There you go.
So it's quite moldy.
You mean that in a positive way?
I don't know. I mean, it's an experiment, you know, like, I mean, it's a 6-month-old piece of roe deer, so I suppose it's somewhat inevitable.
It's not unpleasant.
It's interesting.
No. Tastes like Egyptian.
Pointing call, please.
Yeah. We just had one project funded. Deliciousness as an argument for entomophagy. So deliciousness as an argument for eating insects.
Wow.
Here we have grilled onions, fermented pears, and salt made out of wood ants.
Wood ants.
Wood ants, yeah.
Cool. And that's delicious.
It's amazing.
You know, some of the ants we've been experimenting with, that's like you eat it, it's like zing, it's like excitement in your mouth, party, everyone's invited. A lot of the other ones, they need a lot of work. Here we've got wax moth larvae mousseline, which is with hazelnuts, and then you've got a morel sauce. This is bee larvae. They're like little lumps of fat.
It tastes like insect.
Yeah.
Next taste, fermented fish, herrings. We stuff them with molded grains, and these have been here since January. So it's been filleted and then put with juniper and with lingonberries, a little squirt of aged apple vinegar.
Wow,
It's delicious.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's lethally good.
Yes.
I can think of 10 different ways I'd like to eat that.
Definitely.
Standing up, sitting down, on bread with beer.
Being fed. So it sometimes takes a while to stumble across these things, but slowly but surely they come out of the woodwork.
Let's have some crayfish.
Delicious.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Skål.
Midsummer.
Midsummer's Day.
Longest day of the year.
The Danes, to mark the Midsummer's Eve, gather and partake in traditions,
And the sun comes out. We salute you.
like enjoying picnics, building bonfires,
There's a fire.
Oh, yeah.
There's gonna be a fire.
and burning witches.
We made those fires back in the days to keep the witches away because they thought all the witches was meeting on these solstice and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, where's the pork?
Is this roast pork?
Very, very traditional. Without this, Danes could not live.
So we have a pork skin and chocolate with freeze-dried blackberries.
Cool.
For you guys to share.
Thank you. Wow, that's wild.
That's wild.
It's the flavor of Denmark, right? Roast pork with crackling, red cabbage, pickles.
Man, that is a serious sandwich.
That's
Oh, that's just amazing.
Oh, a rainbow. This is almost too pretty. And there you go.
Oh. Super cool, huh?
Why don't we have the strawberries?
The triple cream, huh? It's delicious, man.
Yeah.
So we have a wild blueberry dessert. So this is a sandwich, one for each of you, and the first of the wild strawberries. for you to
Oh,
enjoy.
beautiful.
Look at this. Like a picnic in the park, yeah?
Wow.
So the midsummer day in Denmark.
Wow. Look at the witch. Burn, witch, burn.
Vi elsker vort land, når den senede jul tænder stjerner i træet med glans i hvert øje.
How's it, guys? You done?
Terrific, thank you.
Unbelievable.
Look, I've eaten a lot of great restaurants around the world, and there was still a little part of me that was saying, you know, this is going to be bull. The guy is out in the field yanking weeds out of the ground. I really didn't expect it to be as good as it was. It was delicious. It was amazingly delicious for me.
Amazing.
Yes, I thought it was amazing.
It's not just about coming up with the greatest concept, it's just assembling what is out there in a new and beautiful, authentic and delicious way.
He has single-handedly transformed everybody's understanding of Nordic cuisines.
Where all the dishes, they tell a little bit of a story, you know, of the land, the tradition.
But always delicious. Always delicious first. He may be an ordinary guy, grounded, comes from a poor family, but he has big dreams. He wants to change the world.
Yeah, and we can change it. Never forget that. We can do that.
We go up this beautiful mountain, this incredible town. It goes back to the 12th century. People trudge up the hill to the beautiful church to take the walk that Michael Corleone took. Now and forevermore, it will be sort of the Godfather theme park, where they're just playing the Godfather theme over and over.
I think most thoughtful Sicilians are disgusted by this.
Imagine that, waking up every day. As one bus after another filled with Japanese tourists go up there. Oh, look, Michael Corleone got married there. Oh, it's so fantastic.
I took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la.
It's one of the most beautiful places in Europe, a place whose roots are very much the roots of the town where I live. But somehow I've never been able to get it right. To tell the story, any story, of Sicily. It's the biggest island in the Mediterranean. Two main towns are Palermo and Catania on opposite sides. I've done a show in Palermo before. It was an epic goat rodeo, a failure of humiliating scale. This time, I was going to get it right. There's the Sicily we know from films, an evocative, deeply felt history that's not quite reality, but cool anyway, right? There's the simple fact of its location, tucked away under the boot of Italy, part of, but not really part of that country. Its own language, culture, its own history of Norman, Arab, Spanish, Roman, Turkish, Egyptian interlopers, all leaving their mark and their influence. I grew up in New Jersey, which was pretty much Sicily on the Hudson. The Italian Americans next door weren't from Milan, I can tell you that much. I guess what I'm telling you is, I figured this'll be easy. Villa Monaci della Terranera, a certified agriturismo, meaning it's a hotel, restaurant, and working farm that in this case produces olive oil.
How many acres of property do you have?
Tony, it's about 40 acres. It's one of the oldest organic farms in Mount Etna.
This is Guido, the proprietor.
Wow. So that's where potatoes come from.
How freaking hard can it be to make an awesome show in Sicily? Eat the nice food, drink the wine, in an idyllic villa in the countryside outside Catania. How low impact can it get? So the plan was, we go fishing. We get some fresh octopus, maybe some cuttlefish, explore the bounty of the surrounding waters, all while working on our tans. With a local chef, fisherman, man of the sea. He's experienced. He knows where to get it good.
Do you like the urchin?
I love it. How do you say it in Italian?
Ricci.
Ricci, yes.
Ricci di mare.
One of my favorite things to eat.
This is Turi, my host.
What else is out there? Octopus?
Octopus, now it's also cuttlefish.
Oh, yeah.
And I
sepia.
like sepia, bravo. I want to try to find some small abalone, we call occhio di bue.
Nice.
And also there's a clams. Here the water is still cold. I think they will be really full.
I'm thinking, really? Are these prime fishing waters? I don't know about this. With all this boat traffic and all these people and so close to the action, I can't see much of anything living down there.
Okay, perfetto. We anchor here.
But I am famous for my optimism, so I dutifully suited up for what was advertised as a 3-hour cruise. So I get in the water and I'm paddling around and splash. Suddenly, there's a dead sea creature sinking slowly to the seabed in front of me. Are they kidding me? I'm thinking, can this be happening? Splash, there's another one. Another rigor mortis, half-frozen freaking octopus. But it goes on. One dead cuttlefish, deceased octopus, frozen sea urchin after another. Splash, splash, splash. Each specimen drops among the rocks or along the sea floor to be heroically discovered by Turi moments later and proudly shown off to camera. Like I'm not actually watching as his confederate in the next boat over hurls him into the water, one after another. I'm no marine biologist, but I know dead octopus when I see one. Pretty sure they don't drop from the sky and then sink straight to the bottom.
How many we have octopus? 3? Yeah. Okay, I try to get some patelle now. And also some occhio di bue, small abalone.
Strangely, everyone else pretends to believe the hideous sham unfolding before our eyes, doing their best to ignore the blindingly obvious.
No, lascialo andare, non fare più nient'altro, lascialo andare.
Then they gave up and just dumped the whole bag of dead fish into the sea. At this point, I begin desperately looking for signs of life, hoping that one of them would stir, become revived. I'm frantically swimming around the bottom littered with dead things, looking for one that's still twitching so I can hold it up to the camera and end this misery. But no, my shame will be absolute. For some reason, I feel something snap, and I slide quickly into a spiral of near hysterical depression. Is this what it's come to, I'm thinking, as another dead squid narrowly misses my head? Almost a decade later, back in the same country, and I'm still desperately staging fishing scenes, seeding the oceans with supermarket seafood, complicit in a shameful, shameful incident of fakery. But there I was, bobbing listlessly in the water, dead sea life sinking to the bottom all around me. You gotta be pretty immune to the world to not see some kind of obvious metaphor.
Buona.
I've never had a nervous breakdown before, but I tell you from the bottom of my heart, something fell apart down there, and it took a long, long time after the end of this damn episode to recover.
Longer, we don't need to boil. We'll be ready without it.
Ma che fai?
Lo sto rompendo tutto così diventa morbido. Vedi? Ora la pulisco. Adesso se lo mangiano i pesci. Chi lo mangia questo?
Io. Sono preso. Io voglio la mia. Io. Quello dai a me. Io voglio la
Raw clams, abalone, and a heartwarming beach scene surrounded by a gaggle of curious and hungry kids. It was, at this point, about the only possible way for Turi to redeem himself.
Io.
Chi vuole l'ultimo?
Io.
You'll notice I'm not there. I'm sitting in a nearby cafe, pounding one Negroni after another in a smoldering, miserable rage. Our evening meal will be at Turi's place, Osteria Nero d'Avola, which is just up the hill in Termina. But by the time dinner rolls around, I'm ripped to the... Did I mention it's my birthday? I've had 3 hours of bobbing around on a pitching boat, a couple more hours getting looped, 2 more hours lying on a sidewalk outside the restaurant while the crew hangs lights, so I'm gone, baby, gone. I don't remember any of this. Any of it.
So, how's your day today?
It's good. I was out on a nice boat trip, a little swim, I would be told later that a gentleman named Tommaso had joined me for dinner. Also, someone on the crew mentioned that his wife was present and that she didn't say much. Presumably because this was not her preferred way to spend her birthday.
Hi.
Hi.
Tony. This is my passion. I like to find an old variety of olive, and one of these is white.
So that's the original?
Yes, the original. In fact, you don't find this anyplace else.
Apparently, there were these white olives, harvested for some secret tree only Turi knows about. Maybe it's next to his secret fishing hole. There was great Sicilian wine, apparently. And apparently I drank quite a lot of it. There was bread and olive oil. Abalone served raw in the shell. Baby sardine called neonata, also served raw with a splash of citrus and salt.
And this is the baby sardine, totally raw without no much ingredients, to taste better the fish. Salute.
Thank you.
If you ask a Sicilian, right, say where you come from, the correct answer should be, I'm Italian.
What?
No, we say I'm Sicilian.
Wow. Is Sicily Italy?
Yes.
Should it be?
I don't know, but we used to have influence from Britons, Normans, Arab, Spanish. So basically we are a Mexican. We are blender.
Oh look, my octopus. I remember personally catching that one. It was a mighty struggle too. No, actually, I don't.
Polybone?
Octopus,
yeah, the octopus.
Pretty. Oh, beautiful little shrimp. Very tender, the octopus. Very nice. And another traditional specialty. I am told they call this tuna tartare. And cuttlefish. I recognize you, my friend. Now, crudo like this, how traditional is this to Sicily?
I think from the part of the sea, they almost eat raw.
Always?
Yes.
But fishermen only, fishing communities only, or in restaurants? Always,
No.
as long as you've been alive. You go to a restaurant, you see crudo like this?
No, I see crudo in the poor family.
So it's not like there's Japanese influence, but the Japanese sort of gave everybody permission to eat traditional foods, their own traditional food. What are the great mother Sicilian classic dishes?
The anchovy. Anchovy and parmigiana.
Pasta con le sarde.
Okay, that's...
I think this is, for me...
With the sardine.
Yeah, but it's an explosion of flour, because this plate, that it's Arab, born in a period when Sicily was very poor.
This I like. I even remember it. Pasta al finocchietta. Actually a true Sicilian classic made with fennel, pine nuts, saffron, and anchovy. Served alongside some sardines that have been curing in chestnuts and salt for days, then lightly fried in oil.
We have to use our hand. We have to use a hand to eat the fish.
Well, no problem. I must have slunk back to bed somehow, collapsed into a sodden, drunken heap of self-loathing. I would ordinarily have turned on the porn channel and maybe loaded up on prescription meds. But there's no TV at the agriturismo. I love the films Godfather 1 and Godfather 2, but they had nothing to do with any organized crime from reality. They're opera. Magnificent opera, but basically a morality tale about loyalty and destroying the things you claim to love and want to protect. Actual organized crime members are, generally speaking, a bunch of spectacularly uneducated, lazy-ass sociopaths who have no problem stealing from their own harder-working neighbors. Here in Sicily, their interests are less glamorous than gambling and prostitution. They are, and have traditionally been, a gigantic, parasitical organism, one that has now grown to be of near equal size as its host. Mary Taylor Cimetti is originally from New York, but she's been living here in Palermo for half a century now. She's a food writer and at one time a reformer for social justice, which is a dicey thing to be here. You've been here all this time. Well, why?
Well, I came for a year. It was going to be a year between college and graduate school. I just finished college. I met a man, and therein lies the tale. I married a Sicilian, and I've lived here ever since.
Piccolo Napoli. It's a restaurant like a lot of others around here, except for the quality of its food.
Tell me about, where are we, first of all?
Okay. The father and mother of the present owner opened this in 1951. And there's a wonderful photograph there on the wall of the opening day. It started as really a tavern and has become a well-known and much appreciated restaurant now. It's very straightforward Sicilian cooking at its best.
We start with some typical things, the kind of things I deeply love. The kind of simple good things that make me happy. Pannelli, which is a fritter made from chickpeas. Some caponata, a sweet and sour eggplant dish, kind of like ratatouille, but more Arab in influence. A plate of olives, and some white wine produced from a small batch vineyard run by Mary and her husband.
This is a pannelli?
Pannelli. Chickpea flour probably come in with the Arabs, maybe even earlier, because chickpeas have been around for a long time.
This is the famous caponata.
Caponata.
About as Sicilian as it gets.
Yes, caponata and cannoli are the two internationally known Sicilian dishes.
Devi mettere prezzemolo, zio. 2 spaghetti al nero.
This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I wanted Sicily to be, something to soothe my shattered soul. It doesn't take much. A bowl of good pasta. In this case, the famous spaghetti al nero di seppia. Spaghetti in cuttlefish ink. Also, some calzarece al pesce spada. Pasta with swordfish, eggplant, and tomatoes.
Okay.
Ah, beautiful.
Grazie, prego.
Perfect pasta. Very happy with that.
Good. I know you've been looking forward to it, so I'm glad it's good. Palermo's an expensive city for some things because the consumer is paying more so that the store can afford to pay its extortion money. The big change that has happened is that up until the mid-'80s, the late '80s, there were a great many Sicilians who thought if they were honest and didn't have anything to do with the mafia, they could live without being affected by the mafia. Apparently, 80% of the businesses in Palermo and 70% in the rest of Italy that pay extortion.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
But not everybody pays the bite. A small but growing coalition of businesses have joined a group called Addio Pizzo, a grassroots organization taking a stand against the mafia's traditional, near-total control over the food chain, from farm to table.
I come out of the restaurant business in New York. You got taxed with every laundry order, every time they took your trash away. It was built in to all your basic services.
Here it's much more the going around. Christmas and Easter,
Guy comes by.
the guy comes by. I mean, it's plain and simple extortion.
Given that that's a pretty straightforward situation, some of these guys who banded together for Addio Pizza, I mean, what happens? The guy shows up and says, I'm not paying you. What happens next?
Well, apparently now, the mafia has decided that it isn't worthwhile bothering with the people who belong to Addio Pizza. There's so many others out there, and why look for trouble? How true it is, I don't know.
Right.
To belong to Addio Pizza, you have to sign a pledge that you will not pay, and that if you are approached, you will go to the police.
Right.
Then they send you to lawyers and to another organization which deals with the people who are actually having trouble. It's incredibly complicated. I mean, there are no easy answers to it.
Right.
I mean, what about Big Farm? What about some of the things that are happening on a much more legitimate level?
I mean, who's more destructive worldwide? I mean, yes, you could make a very good argument.
That's horrible.
But
I'm upset because I'm sounding as if I'm making apologies for the mafia. It's just, I think, what has happened, that having lived 50 years in Sicily, I'm much more skeptical than most Americans.
Right.
I don't know that...
I know what you're saying. You're saying you're not so sure that a mafia-free Italy would they be that much more functional. That's it.
No, absolutely. I mean,
I'm not so sure.
I'm not sure at all. I mean, but I am constantly amused by the fact that 45 years ago, if I said to Americans, I said, I live in Sicily. Sicily? How did a nice girl like you end up in a place like that?
Really?
Now it's on a farm in Sicily. How romantic. Oh, I envy you. So perception of Sicily
It has changed.
Has changed enormously.
In 2007, there were only 160 Addio Pizzo members. Now, over 800. Pretty cool considering we're talking about a group who have demonstrated no regret or hesitation in killing judges, politicians, police, prosecutors. Back to Catania. And when you're talking late night dining options, you're talking one thing. The enticing smell of smoke wafting through the streets, a smell that's enticingly equine. I smell Rainbow Dash.
Oh no! Oh,
Reggiana, vai! Yes, yes!
Yes, enorme, Michael.
Anthony and Marco, a couple of Sicilians and aficionados of Macelleria Aquinas.
This is Via Plebiscito and San Cristoforo. It's one of the older side, famous, pro families of mafia, that grows in crime organization here. But nowadays seems, yeah. Nowadays seems to be like a bit more quiet because they are all getting arrested, so they prefer to sell meat against drugs.
So right over there, you can bet on a horse?
You can bet horses, yes. People like to bet horses, and here you eat the one that loses.
Right.
The loser goes on the fire. It's not a nice thing, but I mean, sometimes happens for real, huh?
Cycle of life. All right.
Buonasera, buonasera, buonasera.
So why horse? Where does this tradition come from?
From Arabs. Maybe also the Egyptians. Then we have Greeks, 750 years before Christ. Then we have Romans, because we have to say that Sicilians are big bastards. We can say that. Yeah, of course, because we have been conquered by everybody. Also our dialect. There are many words that are understood by other people. If I say a Sicilian dialect word, maybe an Arab can understand me. An Italian, no, because Italian language comes from Latin. Something different. We are Sicilians before to be Italians.
Right.
Remember this.
Oh, no, I'll never forget.
Com'è bella, vero? Look, the fattest side of the meat. It's yellow, it's not white. When it's yellow, means that this horse has been breeded eating fresh grass.
Pronti? Procediamo? Procediamo con le mani?
Vai, poi te le faccio lavare le mani.
Perfetto, ok. Like this.
Tear and go.
Yeah. Fatti vergogna.
You like the taste?
It's good.
It's a bit sweet, huh? Simple, huh? You don't need nothing. Horse meat, basically, it's loved by quite everybody here,
Sì, polpette. We can have also meatballs. Anthony, we can have also horse meatball.
Well, as you wish, man. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll try anything.
It's a mix of different things, Scrambled bread, Parmesan cheese, pecorino,
right?
Parsley, eggs, and of course,
horse.
I
think it's very tasty.
Let's put it this way. When my daughter asks me for a pony, I'm bringing her here, pointing at that grill and saying, here's your pony. Parco dei Nebrodi is a national park, and within that is this free-range pig farm. They breed these special heritage pigs there, the black boar of Nebrodi. Combination of wild Sicilian boar and domesticated swine, thought to have been brought here from Spain long ago, this breed of pig is raising the profile of the pig here.
Smell of shit everywhere, eh? Look, they hear now the noise of the car. They will arrive. Fantastic.
Like any good-tasting, high-quality pig, the secret is largely what were they fed, how did they live, were they happy?
I'm a hunter. I never seen so many in once. It's like I feel.
You should be shooting something.
Yeah. È spettacolare, eh?
A poorly fed pig who lived his life in squalor, stress, and fear makes for bad pork. This is why we should treat animals well. Not just because that's the nice thing to do, but because it makes them provably more delicious.
Questo è un gran camminatore, riesce a fare roba come 30 km al giorno, per cui è un animale che vive salutare, vive bene.
Chestnuts, acorns, roots and stuff foraged from the hills, supplemented by some nice, fattening grain during the winter months, when wild food is less easy and less plentiful.
They catch here the animal only with the traps.
Right.
It's a shame that they don't let you shoot.
I like pigs. Not to hang out with, to eat. I don't have a tattoo of a pig or anything, but I like them fine. And when given the opportunity to shoot one in the brain, or see one shot in the brain, so that I may sup on its entrails and other parts, I'm down. That's what's called cheering me up from some manic depression. Bang, and this pig is like Paulie. You won't see him no more.
What's that?
Even with the brain dead, the heart still goes on beating, sort of like, pick a Kardashian. In this case, however, those last few beats of the heart are absolutely necessary to pump all that red cravi into a bucket for sanguinaccio. The salt helps keep it from coagulating prematurely.
Allora, io sto levando la fibrina.
Yeah, looking good.
And so fast, incredible.
There's a Kardashian joke there somewhere. Kim gets ready for the big day. It's date night at Chloe's house. Real housewife gets ready for summer. Grooming tips from Teresa Jean. I got 1 million of them. Let's hope Kanye never has to see this. Oh.
We hang now. Vai. Vai. Vai, una franticchia.
Then get to work.
Okay. Very fast, eh?
All those good bits, the lungs, kidneys, they get cooked slowly in fat with garlic, chili pepper, little wine.
Is the meat also what? The liver?
Sì, fegato, cuore, un po' di salato, vino, forse questo poco di gatto.
So it's all in the interior.
All at the interior with a little bit of fat.
That's like pork confit.
Yeah.
Ah, that's pretty.
Meanwhile, the intestinal casings get filled with blood and gently poached until creamy, bloody delicious.
Yeah. Come duro, amore.
And a nice spread of homemade cured meats, local cheese, and homemade wine. Let the party begin.
So, what do we have here? Let's identify these products. Capicola?
Capocollo.
That's the slice of prosciutto.
Yeah.
Lardo.
Lardo.
Pancetta. That looks good.
Anche quello.
Guanciale.
The cheese is a local. It's a provola dei Nebrodi. This is the ricotta, and it's just cooked in the oven.
The bread?
The bread is from the uncle.
Right.
And they have also salame, and they have sausages.
And this cheese?
Perché non è un maiorchino, è una canestrato.
And what do you call the dish? L'interiore.
Yeah, the interior just on a pan.
Right. Beautiful. Interiore. That's good.
Oh, the best moment of the day.
Indeed. Oh, yeah.
What do you think about the cheese?
It's good. Yeah, but you know, for me, the ricotta, really good.
I think it's a complete country, this place. You discover Sicily in an aspect that I think that very few people know. This is incredible. Even the bread is the old lady that she made.
Oh. You think of Sicily, you think of family, you think of food. This is more like it.
Spaghetto numero 7, Dalea! Numero 7 spaghetto, ai, ai,
Pepe, dai, mangialo, mangialo, mangialo!
We'll stop here for the shrimp.
Catania, the early morning market. It's been going on for longer than America's had a country. It's old, I tells you.
They know you here? You shop here often?
Yeah. This is not Tommaso's first trip to the market by a long shot. His mom is a regular. She comes here almost every day.
The eggs. And you see, this is a mix-up. You can find here everything. Each butcher, more likely they have their own specialty. Fresh ingredients, you know, it's come
Baby lamb?
Yeah, baby lamb, the sausage, the hamburger, the polpette. That is the pecorino Noma, at least it's about 6 months old, at least. Oh, over here. This is the place where she buy the spices for home. And the veggies.
This is what the market is best known for, seafood.
Buongiorno, caro. This one is one of the biggest resellers that we have in the fish market. You can see also the variety.
Yeah.
We consider the tuna like a pig. We don't throw away anything. See, this is typical. You can find all here.
Oh, those are the tiny, tiny little clams,
right,
yeah?
Yes. This is another thing as well.
Oh, whelks.
In Sicilian, they're called mucuni. You can see the shrimp normally still alive.
So I see cuttlefish, sepia, baby...
Yeah, baby sardine.
Swordfish.
I'm joining Tommaso for lunch today. Mom's cooking, so we gotta do some shopping.
Shirley. Oh, buongiorno, come stiamo comendo questo gambero?
They look beautiful.
Yeah, the color is beautiful. And buongiorno. Come here. So we'll go have a little crudo today. So the shrimp and...
baby sardine.
Grazie. Buona giornata. After you. What do you want to try? Blood sausage?
Sanguinaccio.
Sanguinaccio, allora. Allora, un pezzettino per assaggiare.
Just blood? No onion, no spice, nothing. A little split of a little salt.
Condiscilo tutto, poco poco.
A little pepper.
Sì. Bit salt.
Okay. Now you squeeze it?
No.
No,
The right way, yeah.
Questa sì, è italiano?
Sì.
Trippa.
Trippa, sì. Questa è la cordiola.
Sì.
Oh, man.
This is the intestine rolled up. The salt.
Ah, that's good. Usually I don't like try plain. I like it in a sauce or spicy. That's good. That's very tasty. Looks like hell, tastes like heaven.
Yeah.
If you like this, you're Sicilian.
You're right.
Rivede. Parete.
I don't have any grandparents. My mom, I guess she cooks, but the last time she ever invited me for dinner was like 1972. So given that tragic, dysfunctional, too much information kind of history, is it any mystery why I'm always on the lookout for grandma? Anybody's grandma will do. Hell, I've been known to cruise rural state highways, looking for hitchhiking grannies to abduct, so they'll cook for me. And given my fragile emotional state, it makes perfect sense that I've dragooned Tommaso's mom into making me a nice lunch. Is that heartwarming or like creepy and sad? Hey.
Hey.
It smells good in here.
Let's go open wine in the meantime. All right.
No, cheers.
Chin.
You need any help chopping parsleys? Ah, perfect.
For lunch, we got the shrimp and sardines from earlier at the market. But first, this.
Let's grab one.
It's like arancini, but with a hollowed-out potato, filled with cheese, breaded, and fried.
Ooh, delicious.
Basically, what we do to finish the potatoes ready and fill with all the cheese.
Yes.
The dip in the eggs to seal the potato.
Right.
And then the crumb bread and fried. My mother used to cook for everybody, even if it was midnight. My parents' house was the focus of my friends.
Right.
So when you have to do something where you want to share some time all together and they have dinner, so my mother's cooking for everybody. Because the problem here is that when she cooks, even if she knows that it's only for 5 people, she cooking for 10.
Okay, just in case.
More caponata. This is Sicily, after all, and this is the classic starter. Also, a bread and tomato salad.
Would you like to try something?
That's old school.
We toast the bread, make it a little bit harder. And normally we do with bread at least 2 days or two days old.
Right. It's really good. Really, really good. That's Sicily right there.
Right, yes.
Fresh shrimp sauteed in garlic, butter, and herbs.
I've noticed over time, as I travel around the world, that every great and enlightened culture, when they were confronted with a shrimp or a prawn, right away.
That is the way you see if it's fresh or not.
Yeah. So, typical day, when you were 15 years old, what did you eat for lunch?
We'll never missing pasta for lunch.
Pasta and meat, or pasta
Yes,
and fish?
And fish. Of course, something locally. Basically, you have to go right behind the corner to find your products. So whatever we can produce in Sicily, that's what we choose to buy.
Watch this, you're gonna zip the bone right out. Out comes all the bone. Who needs a knife?
Sardines filleted neatly, sauteed in garlic and oil, a little red pepper.
That's a beautiful thing, right there.
Botticelli, gliela messo?
Well, I'll tell you, in another 2 hours here, I'll be speaking Italian. Well, I'll be speaking Sicilian.
Freddo no buono, caldo sì.
Yes, you have to eat it hot. This is very nice. Yeah, really, if you don't like this, there's really no hope for you.
Ah, Tommaso, diglielo, chi è che non ti piaceva fare queste cose? Che non ti è piaciuto?
There's something that you don't like it?
Everything is fantastic.
Tell her because she...
I'm so happy. This was a delicious meal to eat in this this beautiful home with some really good home cooked food.
Grazie.
My last night in Sicily. And after this, I'm going back to New York, crawling under my bed and adopting the fetal position for like 6 weeks.
Can I cut some vegetables?
I may look normal. Okay, I don't exactly, but I'm not barking uncontrollably or running around shrieking with my pants wrapped around my head, which is what my instincts are telling me I should be doing.
To me, one of life's great joys is cheese.
No, I'm eating cheese, which makes me happy, always. And drinking wine, good wine, and a hell of a lot of it. And I'll just make it over the hump with any luck at all.
So we have a mozzarella here, a pepperoncino.
See. And you can start with that one on the middle.
I will.
Turi joins me for a final meal along with Antonio, Guido, and Guido's girlfriend, Ada.
This is an agriturismo. This is not a concept that exists in America, but it is a concept that should exist. Okay, now please explain what it is.
Agriturismo is an hotel linked to the territory. You have to use local product, local recipe.
Penne with sun-dried tomatoes, zucchini, all from the farm.
Oh man, that looks good.
Wow.
Fantastic. Whoa. Some nice rabbit, olive oil,
also from the farm. More wine, I might just make it.
What now? This is called coniglio agrodolce, sweet and bitter. If you talk about Italy as a whole, it is the most interesting aspect of Italian cuisine. I mean, not just gastronomically, but philosophically, because it is a philosophical thing. Life is too good. I need a little bitterness to remind myself of the eternal tragedy of our existence.
You are right, the part sweet and sour of the life.
One final attempt before I go to extract something meaningful on what it means to be Sicilian.
What's wrong with these people in the north?
People from the south are coming from this Greek stream culture, where the philosopher, while in the north, the Austrian came through, and also very
That's the harshest, meanest thing anyone could say. Oh!
Very practical people, and figured out that the last century, the 3 best writers in Italy are from Sicily.
Because they consider us just like a weight when there are problems.
Right.
But finally, on summer, they all come here to make vacancies. It's a good thing for us, you know?
In the end, it all comes back to the Godfather.
We go up this beautiful mountain. It's this incredible town. It goes back to the 12th century. There are few places on earth more beautiful. But there we are sitting, and what? It was like a Godfather theme park. Oh, look, Michael Corleone got married there. Oh, it's so fantastic.
You know, I just look at these people, you know, with the Godfather T-shirt, you know, on top, and I say, oh my God.
Why people get stuck on this I love the Godfather movie? Because there is this big sense of family.
Michael had many options. He destroyed his family. And everybody, everything he touched.
In a way, it's fair.
So it's fair.
Coppola did a good movie, for sure.
Coppola, he didn't f it up.
No.
No.
No.